and invest in knowledge pay the best interest. Myself, Manoj Kumar Agrari, TGT ACS Jadugora. Today, I am present here to welcome in-house training program to my dear teachers. Today, I am going to select the topic education technology. Let's we start. Technology can become the wings that will allow the education's world to fly. Pedagogy is the driver, technology is the accelerator. Technology is not an event, it's just a part of everyday learning. Technology has a major impact on the way students acquire knowledge. So, regarding educational technology, nowadays we are just accepting the new education policy 2020. As per the new education policy 2020, India, sorry, is a global leader in information and communication technology and in other cutting edge domains such as space. The Digital India campaign is helping to transform the entire nation into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. While education will play a critical role in this transformation, technology itself will play an important role in the improvement of educational process and outcomes. Thus, the relationship between technology and education at all levels is bidirectional. Here, I am going to use the word bidirectional. Education and technology are bidirectional, or it is a reversible process. Educations help in technology, and technology same time help the educations. So both are interrelated. Education and technology share a bidirectional relationship, meaning they influence and shape each other continuously. Now, how technology influence education? So there are some point I mentioned here. Education's technology, how related with our education systems. First, expense access. Access. As you know, nowadays a lot of open source resources are available online platform. Online learning platforms like Khan Academic allow the student worldwide to quality educations, personalized learning. Now, artificial intelligence driven tools adopted content based on students' learning speed and performance, improves engagement. Nowadays, as you know, in educations, many concepts are explained with the game. So, gamification, simulations, and multimedia make lessons more engaging, facilitate remote learning. During crisis of pandemic, technology help us to continue our teaching and learning process, enable to remote and hybrid learning models, enhancing learning methods. As all of you know, technology introduced digital tools like smart boards, online course, virtual reality, making educations more and more interactive. Now, education's influence technology drives innovations. research institute and university contribute to advancement in AI, robotic and quantum computing, develops skilled professionals. Education train the next generation of engineer, data scientists, and tech innovators. Ethical and responsible tech development. Educational institutes shape the discussions on tech ethics, cybersecurity, and responsible AI use. Encourage critical thinking. A well-educated populations challenge and refine the technology developments for the societal benefit. Guided policy and regulations. Research in education influence the tech policies, ensuring the inclusivity and ethical usage. Now, thrust on technology interventions. Teaching, learning, and evolutions process. Nowadays, with the help of technology, our competitive examination, conducting of competitive examination became very easy because online mode of conducting examination and assessment are say the lot of transparency, supporting teacher and preparations and professional development, enhancing educational access. Nowadays, I previously mentioned the open edu- educational resources are available in online platforms. We can use these open resources in our educational purpose. These resources are high quality and we can enhance our educational knowledge with the help of these open resources. Stimulating educational management and administration. Nowadays, not only technology help in education, but also it is help in our management system and administrations. Removing language barrier. Is all of you aware that with the help of technology, we can translate the content one language to another language. So there is a no language barrier. We can use any content of any language and translate to our own language. Access to Divyang student. Previously, Divyang students have a lot of challenge for their education systems. But due to the technology, we have created such type of content that it help Divyang student and Divyang student learn in very comfortable way. Now, whatever we are discussing about the educational technology, it is not new for us. Government initiated lot of steps regarding this educational technology. It started from 1972 and 1972 after onwards, lot of projects come and every projects are modified to use of technology. 2015 Digital India and e-Pathshala and e-PG Pathshala. These times lot of TV channels help in our education system. These TV channels gives the quality content to explain the learner in remote areas. Swam and Swam Prava D2S channels. Is all of you aware? Nowadays, more than 100 of TV channels are working for only and only educational purpose. And it is with free of cost provided by Government of India. Samagra Shiksha, cyber safety and security guidelines also provided by us. Now, 2019 NISTA guidelines for development of e-content. Is all of you aware that NISTA is the part of a program of Central Institute of Educational Technology? Just few days before I was got a 10 days training program from NISTA. We learn lot of educational technology there. 2020 to 2024. This is the golden time for use of technology in educations. So 2020, when new education policy come in our come with us, PM Vidya Pragatya guidelines. These are the initiation by 2020. 2021 National Digital Education's Architect. These foundations give a lot of content, e-content, and lot of coordinations between the central to state. National Curriculum Framework 2022. In 2023, National Curriculum Framework for School Education Vidya Samiksha Kendra. As most of the us teachers are busy for preparing the APAR for the students. Do you know this APAR's data all are controlled by the this Vidya Samiksha Kendra? It is situated in NCRT New Delhi. Lot of professionals are working under this Vidya Samiksha Kendra. They collect the data from state-wise and put into the national forum. In 2024, National Digital Library and Jadu Ka Pitara. Actually, Jadu Ka Pitara is a apps we can use for innovative teaching learning process. Now, here I am going to mention some challenges how during the implementation of the technology in our education system. So, what are the challenges? These are the some basic challenges that I want to mention here. First one is diversity. Is all of you aware that our country lot of diversity is there? Language barriers is there, infrastructures difference is there, standard of education is there. So when we talk about the Jammu and Kashmir in Ladakh, or we talk about the Pondicherry, where there is no proper internet facility, how children will get benefited from the technology? So this diversity give a lot of problem to implement technology in educations. Second very important point is large scale. As all of you aware, we teachers, the number of teacher in India almost 87 lakhs. Now, given training to 87 lakh teacher of education technology is not a simple job. It is a big challenge for us to provide the proper training of all teachers regarding our educational technology. Next one is infrastructure. As all of you are aware, very few teachers have the computer lab with all facility. Most of the schools without in computer labs they are working. They have only blackboard in their classes. Now this poor infrastructure we we are implementing the technology in our education is a very big challenge. Without infrastructures, implementation of technology is not very simple. Now, technology are changing day by day. So, if suppose we implement some technology within a 1 years, this technology become old and take the it will replace by the another technology. Next one is quality digital resources. As all of you are aware, India is the vast country. Still, a lot of quality digital resources are uh, there, but still these resources are very limited for us. So that's why Diksha platform created a Shiksha Dan. So if you have a quality digital resources, you can provide the Diksha platform so that other teacher can use and implement, sorry, in their education system. So these all things, if we just going to convergence, then it will take a lot of time, and same time the technology will change. So these are the some basic challenges for us in our education. uh, Technology is used in education. Here some recommendations are there for online and digital educations. First one is pilot study for online educations. Second, digital infrastructure. As all of you aware, technology only use if we have a digital infrastructure, we have a proper computer lab, we have a proper internet facility, we have a proper projectors to display the our technology. Online teaching platform and tools. Nowadays, online mode of teaching and learning is very popular. Lot of open resources are available. We can use this online mode of learning. Addressing digital divides, telecast and broadcast. As I already mentioned, more than 100 TV channels are working day and night 24 into 7 for given the quality content for our educational system. Some radio channels, FM channels are working to provide the good content for, for our education systems. Content creations, repository and dissemin- dissemination. Next one is assessment and examination. Is already I mentioned the online way of conducting examination is far better than offline examination systems. Most of the online mode only based on multiple choice question. Now there are some technology where we can use some short answer type question or long answer time questions to correct online mode to conduct examination as well as assessment of that examination. Then building digital competency, content pedagogy and technology integrations, blended mode of learning. These are some recommendations for digital educations. Now here I am going to mention what are the major digital initiatives taken by our government. First one is PM Vidya. Actually, PM Vidya is a TV channels. It provides the quality educations. Nista, just I mentioned that Nista is a part of Central Institute of educational technology. It is a program where so many e-content going to generate day by day. Lot of online training is going on. Nowadays, they started face-to-face offline training also. Many teacher, nation-wise, state-wise, they are calling the teachers for training for the educational technology. Diksha, during the pandemic time, Diksha platform is a very, very important role to provide the quality of training to us. The Diksha platform not only for the training of teacher, but it gives the quality content. Most of you don't aware that in Diksha platform there is a virtual lab. We can conduct the experiment virtually. We can conduct the activity virtually with the help of Diksha apps. SWAM. Is all of you aware now higher educations, these SWAM channels are very, very useful. E-Pathshala provided a lot of content, e-content for our education system. ICT curriculum. Is all of you aware nowadays lot in our new education policy, this ICT curriculums give a very important roles. Now, technology usage and integrations. Is all of you aware that emerging and disruptive technology like artificial intelligence, robotic, 3D simulations, and other outcoming technology. These technology are integrated by our National Education Technology Forum to categorize emerging technology based on their potentials, and this directly help to the Ministry of Educations, and these are becoming the National Research Foundation. Role of National Education Technology Forum. Is all of you aware that in our new educational policy, after new educational policy 2020, the use and integrations of technology to improve the multi aspect of education will be supported and adopted provided these interventions are rigorously and transparently evaluated in relevant context before they are scaled up. An autonomous body of the National Educational Technology Forum NETF will be created to provide a platform for the free exchange of idea on the use of technology to enhance the learning, assessment, planning, and administrations, and so on, both for school and higher educations. The aim of the NETF will be facilitate decision making on the induction, deployment, and use of technology by providing to the leadership of education institutes, state and central government, and the other stakeholders the latest technology and research as well as the opportunity to consult and share the best practices. So here are some functions of National Educational Technology Forum. First one is advise the center and state government on use of technology in education. build the intellectual and institutional capacity in education technology, articulate the new directions for research and innovations. These are some possible ICT solutions for the school educations. National Digital Education Architect. This is the program where lot of e-content and educational technology is going to create digital books and libraries. As you know, most of the NCRT books and other educational books are created digitally, and digitally libraries are existing. Video, audio. As all of you know, aware that lot of video content and audio contents are available in different platforms like Diksha, Swam, Prabha, community radio, online courses, Swam, Diksha, Nishta. These are the online courses help the teacher to train and use the technology in their educational systems. QR codes and others technology that connect physical and digital books. Now NCRT is going to publish such type of book where physically it is available and every page some QR code is there. If you scan this QR code, whatever the content in that page, it will be converted into digitally. Virtual lab and simulations. As I already mentioned that Diksha platform is the good platform for using the virtual lab and simulations. With the help of these virtual labs, we can conduct our science and social science activity and experiments. Content creation capability, assessment, question bank, and practical practice materials and animations. Nowadays, for primary children, their contents are just in the form of animation so that children will involve more and more in learning part. But when we are using this technology in our education system, there are some limitations. So here I am going to mention some precaution in the use of ICT in school education. First and almost very important is safety. Is all of you aware? Cyberbullying and cyber crimes, lot of cyberbullying and cyber crimes are going on day by day. So first we ensure that after using this technology, whether we are our education system is safe, our children are safe. So safety for our children is very important. Second one is privacy. With the use of technology, we cannot open the privacy of any students. Sometimes online platforms, a lot of datas are available for each and every teacher and students. So if we will not maintain the privacy, it is very difficult to continue the use of technology in our education systems. Then deep risk commercialization. As you all of you aware that nowadays technology are very commercializations. So the cost of virtual and VR lab, they their cost is very much. Now I have seen the HP lab in our NCRT campus that the cost of that lab is almost 10 to 15 lakhs. So these are some precautions is required to use of technology in our education systems. Thanks.